Welcome back, everybody. It's July 30th. Tomorrow is my brother's birthday, David, and he'll be 40 this year. He just turns 40, so that's kind of neat that he'll be in the 40 zone with myself and my sister, and then his wife, who's 8 years older than him, just like Billy is 8 years older than I am. And I told him, I said, sometimes, age doesn't really matter when you meet that special person, when you feel like that is your number one. And when it comes down to it, it doesn't really matter in age because, like, when I met my husband, I was 34 going on 35, and he was 41 going on 42. And now he'll be 52 this year, and I will be 44 this year. So we have spent not quite a decade together, but we're coming up close. Come next year, we will be together for a decade, and we'd be married for 9 years coming March of next year. And I just think to myself, it amazes me that, time flies when you meet the right person and then you're trying to do things correctly. So I thought I would just stop today and do a little talk with you guys for right now. I've got the bucks sitting behind me, and I just got done milking. Cal is not giving any milk. She just hardly didn't have anything in there, so I just let her stand on the stand and eat some grain, and then I put her back. But Scarlett gave me a quart of a half of a gallon. Not quite. Just a little over, I'd say, a half a gallon. So it's just a little over a quart. And I think probably what I'm going to have to do is put her on for evening milking too, so I could try to boost her production a little bit more than what she's milking right now. Just so I can try to get these 2 gallons filled by tomorrow, which I don't think it's going to happen. So I'll have to let my breeder know that that's not going to work out. I might have a gallon, but not 2. I'm pretty sure I won't have 2, but I know she's going on vacation. Her and the family is for a few days, and they're leaving Friday, so I know they wanted to get some stockpiled, but I think I'm going to say something to her about maybe some plastic milk jugs. Then I could even be saving it while she's on vacation, and I can freeze it, and then she can actually have frozen milk too for if she needs to supplement or anything with her baby bunnies. I think actually that is a good idea, to supplement goat's milk for your bunnies, especially your feed outs, to help them grow a little faster and help put on weight. She says since she's been feeding goat's milk that her babies are around 2.5 weeks now, almost 3, and they're every bit of 2.5 pounds. So that is wonderful to hear that. These are very chunky babies, and that's something that, that happens. I think I'm going to invest in some water bottles and top them off once a day with some milk, so everybody can be trying to drink some goat's milk. Definitely will be doing that next year once I have all 4 of the girls refreshing, and then I'll be using the milk that way too. The goal for next year is to have a cream spreader so I can be making our own sour cream and cream cheese and cheeses and ice cream and all that good stuff with the goat's milk. That I want to be a little more self-sufficient. Instead of buying that stuff from the store, I want to be able to do it ourselves. I want to learn. These are just goals that I'm trying to better myself with learning and stuff. I'm trying to better myself with herbs and herbals. To grow those and identify them. I want to try to get into more knowledge of wild edible mushrooms, because I love eating mushrooms myself, so I'd really like to try to either grow them myself or forage them for in the woods here. But with us going to pretty much clear cut most of our woods here to give pasture, we're not going to be able to have much of woods besides just this little bit that's going to be here where the chickens are, and um, on the south side, the east, that's southeast side of our house will have a little bit of wood area too. So I could definitely grow my own. I could also grow inside on my own mushrooms because they do have a grow kit that you can buy from North Spore, and I think shiitake and some lion's mane maybe, and some other mushrooms if I could think off the top of my head that I would really like to grow and then consume myself. Lion's mane um, is actually in a gummy that I use, and it helps with clarity and mind remembrance and stuff like that. And as you age, I think everybody needs a little bit of help with remembering things, because I swear when you age you tend to forget stuff. Like, I can get up and walk into the other room and not remember why I got up in the first place. It's terrible. But with that being said, we have an alert. Someone in Marcellus had on one of their video trail cams or something. They live in Marcellus, but in the country part of Marcellus, so just right outside probably the town. Spotted a cougar walking through their trails in their woods. So that's really close to town, so they were, trying to make everybody aware of that. Last year somebody got a cougar walking through their woods too on the west side of M40 on Dutch Settlement, I believe it was, or Hoffman. I can't remember what roads they were. But, close to where we are here. So, like my husband said, he wonders why they're down in this area, what has made them move down to this far, because this isn't really like the terrain that they would really be in. So I don't know if somebody possibly had one and then they just let it go, or what it is. I got Jazzy staring me down right now, and Maverick's being a bully. Well, that's not Maverick being a bully, that is Hercules being a bully to Maverick, and then Maverick's being a bully to Jazzy. Isn't that amazing how that works? It is beautiful right here because I'm still in the shade. There's a nice breeze, but you can hear the does beating each other up. And it's mainly Cal beating up the other two girls. Willow does tend to be a little bit of a bully, but Cal's the biggest bully. And it's a shame, but it is a dominance thing, and her and Willow go at it quite a bit since Ariel's not here, because Ariel, which is Willow and Scarlett's mom, rest in peace, Ariel, she was herd queen, and then it would be Cal was the next top dog, of course. And now, since Ariel's not here, Willow thinks that she should be queen, so she's constantly agging on to Cal, and Cal's like, you're not taking my throne. I'm queen now, and that's why I'm going to stay until I'm no longer in the herd. So she's pretty bossy when it comes down to it. It's amazing what a little bit of rain, well, we got more than a little bit, but what the amount of rain does to a grassy area after you mow it. It just fills it in and makes it more green, and it's just lovely. Today my eyes, let's see if I close my left eye. See, I can't even see Jazzy no more. I can see the hut. It's blurry though. Is she even standing there? No, she's not. I gotta open my right eye just so I could see, but it's pretty blurry. It's like if you have a real dense fog is what I see. So if I close my left eye, I could see Jazzy standing right there. I can see her tail swishing. I can see the ducks down in the pond, which is quite a ways away. I can see the crooked tree up there at the top that my husband wants to cut down. I could see, I think that is Jill standing there over by Jill and Diamond's pen. I'm looking, I could see Meg there next to the feeder, wishing her tail. So, I mean, with my right eye right now, it is, I can see pretty well. And then when I open my eyes, I don't really even notice that heavy fog, per se, out of my right eye when my left, or out of my left eye when my right eye is good. So those that don't know, if you're still here watching the video, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 28. I've been dealing with severe joint pain to the point of I couldn't hardly get out of bed. They had me on 28 different pills that I was taking per day and one once a week shot called Embryo. I was on that shot for a little over 10 years. I thought my RA was being treated while I was having other things in my body deteriorating because of the medicine. And I, the person not thinking too much of it, was not smart enough to put two and two together. I just was one of them herded cow people, you know, just be like, okay, doctor says I need to take this, let's take it, and didn't even think twice about what it was actually doing to my body. Well, in 2017, I noticed my eyesight was starting to diminish quite a bit, and I had a lot of floaters coming on. Well, they decided that they wanted to do an MRI, and I did an MRI and found out I had 5 white spots on my brain. I had a nurse tell me that it was cancer, and I was like, no, can't be cancer, but they thought it was multiple sclerosis. So I had to see a multiple sclerosis doctor at the hospital near us, about 45 minutes away, and that doctor said, this is not multiple sclerosis, you do not have it. I ended up having to have a spinal tap done because they wanted to further to see, to make sure. My spine is infused together from arthritis, not rheumatoid, but arthritis itself, that it was hard for them to get in between my vertebrae to be able to pull my spinal fluid out. And once they finally got that done, they said my spinal fluid was clear. I don't have multiple sclerosis. And now, since then, I have chronic pain in my lower back where they did that spinal tap at because they caused nerve damage. And there's nothing I can do about that. Of course, they make you sign a waiver where it dots all the I's and T's, you know, and you're screwed if they were to do something to you and paralyze you, or you're in pain for the rest of your life. So I ended up having to be sent to U of M up there at the Kellogg Eye Center in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It was a little over a 2-hour drive, and we had to be there all day. They did so much testing on my eyes and stuff and decided that, come to find out, I have inflammation of the eye, which is caused by the rheumatoid arthritis. That when your rheumatoid arthritis is not treated correctly, it will attack major organs and it will start destroying those organs. Well, the one organ that it wanted to attack in my body were my eyes. I can tell you this, that with my life, I don't take anything for granted anymore. Nothing. I watch what I eat now. I try to grow our own food. We don't hardly buy anything anymore from the store, especially canned goods or pre-made stuff or anything that anything to that sort. Yes, we do sometimes still go and splurge on some snacky stuff, but we're trying to make sure that everything that we're using is organic and either gluten-free, because I cannot do any type of wheat stuff. Popcorn, corn causes inflammation, so I try to really watch what all I eat, what I consume, and everything when it comes to that. Well, come find out, I've lost all my night vision. I've lost all my peripheral view. I've lost a lot of my eyesight in my right eye. I ended up having to have a cataract surgery done, and then in that cataract surgery, my lens somehow shifted to the right, so it's not centered in my right eye, so I see 3D, especially at night. There's halos, like there's 3 halos. And then after having that cataract this year, I ended up getting another cataract in my left eye, which I know that's the haziness I'm seeing. But what I can tell is that it seems like these new pills that my husband bought for us to take too, because his eyesight's not the greatest now. He says it's with age. His problem is he just can't see close up anymore, and it tends to be pretty blurry for him. But he bought these pills. We've been taking them for about 4 weeks now or so. They can take up to 3 months to actually show a difference, but I can tell that in my left eye, with the cataract being in there, it almost seems like the cataract is dissipating. And I'm not saying that that's actually doing that, but I know with prayers and the meds that I'm taking and just eating more naturally and less sugars and stuff, that I've noticed that my eyesight seems to be a little better. And I thank God for that. I really do, because people take movement, they take smell, they take touch, they take seeing, they take hearing, they take all that talking for granted. And I just don't take life anymore for granted at all. I take it day by day, and I enjoy the day, even if it throws me a curveball where something goes wrong. I still thank the Lord for the day. I thank Him for waking up. I thank Him for giving me a day. I thank Him for going to sleep. Captain is so beautiful. He's one of the prettiest bays I've ever seen. He's very pretty. He caught my eye when he was walking past, trying to get a fly off of him. But yes, I just, I love life. I really do. And I love what I do here. And I am very thankful to be able to say that I can sit here on my homestead and enjoy it. I might not be able to see everything correctly, but I enjoy it. So that is what my story is. I was just going to add on to this video, but this video is probably about 20 minutes long now or so. Pretty close. Like, I can't even see that. It's double digits, a 1 and something, maybe 17 minutes. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little chat. I'm not trying to bore anybody, but if there's certain videos you guys want to see, just let me know. I always look at our comments. I don't always, I would say, comment on them, but I do acknowledge the comments that are there. So I appreciate everybody that does comment. And just know that I make videos every day. Sometimes it's the same day I'm making another video if something else is going on that I think is interesting. But I show our daily life here on the farm every day, good or bad. And that's just the way that I do things here. I want to be as authentic and honest that I could possibly be for my viewers. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. It is hard being a homesteader. some of my plants are dying. I've got to pull them up. I've been dealing with all kinds of pest problems, you know, and we've dealt with stuff with the rabbits. We went through that sickness, and it wasn't coccidity or anything like that. I'm not sure what exactly was going on, but they had got something. And then we tried to do just hay, and that didn't work out. You know, that was a trial and error. The feed outs just weren't as heavy as they were if we're giving hay and pellets, so we're back to giving pellets again. We're going through 150 pounds of pellets about every 2 weeks, which I don't think is bad, and we go through about a bale, sometimes a bale and a quarter a week on alfalfa hay. So it's okay. I mean, I'm happy with the way things are going. We have basically $1 per rabbit per week wrapped up into what the cost is, which isn't too bad. I mean, because we have meat, and I've got more than plenty of does right now to be able to feed our dogs and ourselves and family if needed. And I'm really wanting to stick with some broken colors, broken blues, broken oranges, broken blacks, broken reds. I'd like to see those. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. So I just want to say thank you guys again, and sorry that I got off sidetracked again. But I can talk, that's for sure. Thank you guys again, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Remember, if you're just visiting, my name was Jamie, so I apologize for that later in the video. And if you're still here watching, thank you guys very much. Say hello, tell me where you're from, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Till next time, God bless.